Hello everyone, welcome back. So today in this session, we are going to learn how to create a text engine in Scratch. As you can see on the screen, a text engine that can write any message, any text at a given location. And we are also going to learn how do we wrap it around. So how do we wrap it around beautifully? It will help you to create so many beautiful dialogues, games, etc. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Create a new sprite and you can see choose this option, text option, and you will see that there are many couple of fonts already given to us. Let's explore these fonts. What are these available fonts? So these fonts are sans serif, serif, and couple of other six. You can try them, and if you are liking those fonts, you can use those fonts. I personally like these fonts, and we can actually use them for any of our games or dialogues or anything. They are self-sufficient. But there is a way where you can actually use the Google fonts and other stuff. So if you want me to create a video session on how to use the Google fonts within a Scratch, give me a thumbs up, and this is the time to create the costumes. When we are talking about text engine, definitely we need text costumes, and we will start with alphabet A. So use this text tool, write the alphabet A when you have already chosen your font. So you have chosen your font and you start creating the fonts. So few things that you need to take care when you are creating the fonts. One thing, the name of the costume has to be exactly same as the letter, and even the uppercase, lowercase has to match. So this is very important thing. And other thing, when you are creating a new costume, text costume, make sure that the costume is matching to the center. Basically, the center of the text or center of the alphabet is matching the center of the canvas. So these are the couple of steps that you need to keep repeating for all the alphabets that you want to create. This is what I am doing currently. And these are a couple of steps that I have written down for you guys. Copy the costume, rename them, and the rename has to be exactly as similar to the text which we are going to create, the text costume. Change the alphabet, bring it to the center of canvas. So basically you will have to create one alphabet or create one costume, copy it, rename it, change the alphabet to the corresponding alphabet that you are going to do, and bring it to the center of the canvas. These are the 4 steps that you will have to keep doing again and again as I am doing. You can see quickly. Yeah, it will take a lot of effort, but believe me, this is going to be worth, because definitely at the end you need the costumes to be available for you guys. So finally, I have all the costumes from A to Z, capital letters with me. Now I am up to creating the special characters like, dot or comma or exclamation mark or question mark and other things. Because when you are writing a sentence, these things will also come up automatically. Don't forget to rename. And here we are. We have created most of the costumes, and this is the time to start coding. So let's create a block, give it a name, write. What we are going to write? We want to write a text. So yes, another one input is going to come as text. And we will also tell this particular function where we want the text to be written. So the text to be written could be at X and Y position. So here to this function, write, we are taking 3 input parameters, text, X position, Y position. Text is the text that we want to write at X and Y position. As you can see, we have also used label so that it becomes easy to read it. Okay, let's use this function or the block that we have already created, because here I have already created, or I have only created the alphabet, the capital alphabet. So I am writing in capital letters only. So I want to write, I am JrDinoCoder at -180 and 20. This is a position where I want to write it. Fine, we have created a block. We are using it also, but this is the time to start using it. Before we start using it, couple of things that are very important that you should know are these 2 particular commands: letter of a text and length of a text. So let's see how do they work. So if I'm going to use letter of a text, Let's put it inside a say. But what will happen when we are putting it inside the say? It will use the text that we are giving as an input to this function, and we will be able to understand what is the meaning of letter 1 of text and what is length of the text. So here we are saying, okay, write I am JrDinoCoders at 180 and 20. What does this function do? This function is going to say letter 1 of text and length of text. As you can see, it says, I and 16. As you can see, let me repeat it. It says I and 16. So what is I? I is the first letter, letter 1. Okay. And 16 is the length. 16 is the length of this. So here. Okay. 16 is the length of this entire text. I am JrDinoCoders. Okay, fine. So we understood what is this letter of text and length of text. So this I was just showing you so that you become comfortable with these two commands, because these two commands we will be using a lot. Let's get started with the actual coding now. Go to control. Take this repeat loop, because now we know we need to repeat how many times? We need to repeat it length of text time. So whatever is the length, one by one, I want to read each and every letter and display it on my screen. So I want a loop that will repeat length of text time, and we already know what is the length. Let's create a new variable. We can name it as maybe position. Okay, because the first position, second position, each position of the text, what is the letter that we want to read? So we are going to create a variable, name it position, and initialize it. Initialize it to 1. Why 1? Because the first position of the text is, of course, number 1. It starts from number 1. Okay, so we have a position variable, we have length. Now, let's see if I'm using length and letter along with this variable position that we have created, and just see what does it says. Yeah, don't worry, we will be out of the say block very soon. So you can see it is only displaying I to me. Okay, does it sound good to you? No, it doesn't. What is missing? I will have to change the position by 1. Position is currently 1, and always it was at first position only, and it was showing me only 1 1 1. Now as you can see here very clearly, it is showing me each and every character from that text. Wow, doesn't it sound great? We are already able to capture all the alphabets from the text. So great. I'm moving the say out. I don't need it. This is just for the testing purpose we are keeping it. So what next? Next, we are going to position them. So let's use this goto block and X position, Y position, which will already be coming from my block. Store these value in variables, and those variables will be only for this sprite. So we have created 2 variables, X and Y. As you can see here, we have created these 2 variables, X and Y, and we are going to initialize them to X position and Y position. Why? Because this is the position that I received in this block, and I will have to obey it. Okay, so we are saying change position and then go to X and Y. Let's run it and see what happens. Okay, yeah, this say block needs to be added. Let me add it and then again run it. So you can see, yes, we are able to display the letters 1 by 1, but it is at the same position. It is at the same minus 180 and 20 position. So what next? We will have to keep increasing this X position 1 by 1. So my alphabets keep on, displaying one after each other. So for this, first I'm going to hide this particular costume at the very beginning. Then I'm going to create a clone. Create clone of myself, create a clone of this costume. And when I start as a clone, what do we want to do? Show it. Okay, so this will solve this problem. As you can see, this hash keep on coming always. So this will particularly solve this problem. So when I start as a clone, show it. Next, again, we are going to use change, and we will change the X position. Maybe, to begin with, let's change it by 15. We will see if it works or not. Yes, so you can see now the dashes are coming one after each other. And the spacing seems to be okay to me, but we will also have to switch the costume. Switch the costume to the next letter here. So what will be the next letter? To store this, let's again create a variable letter. So we have our variable letter here. Sorry, it got deleted by mistake. So I have my variable letter here that will actually contain the position. So we are going to say set letter to letter position of text. So basically, when we move ahead one by one, this letter will keep on storing the current letter. And we are switching. So voila, do you see? I have something, but there is a bug that needs to be fixed here. I am seeing this dashes. Why these dashes? Let me take a look. So if I go to I, okay, the naming is not correct. Let me correct the naming and see if it fixes. So that is very important. Yes, voila. So this is fixed now. As you can see, I have JrDinoCoder on my screen, but again, there is a problem. I am seeing there, instead of spaces, I am seeing dashes again. So let me see if the space sprite is correct or not. No, space sprite was actually having the text underscore. That is why underscore is coming here. So let's correct it. We are correcting it. And I hope now we should have I am JrDinoCoder perfectly written. Yes, so now we have I am JrDinoCoder perfectly written on the screen. Isn't it amazing and so simple? If you think it is so simple, you please give a big thumbs up and do not forget to share and subscribe to this channel. Meanwhile, let me show you something else as well. So this was a small text. What if we have a bigger text? Something like this. I am JrDinoCoder. What are you learning today? So do you notice one thing, what is happening here? After what are all the letters keep on stacking on each other. Why they're stacking on each other? Because Scratch actually do not send them outside of the canvas area. And when the canvas area is over, it comes to the edges. They keep on stacking on each other. So we will have to fix it. This is not the way my text engine is going to work. So quickly, let's follow me what I'm going to do. I have introduced this if block here. After the changing position, after the position is changed, I have introduced a if block, and we are going to say if x is greater than 240, because you are aware of the x position and y position funda. If not, you can go back to the previous video and check it again. But this is how it goes. This center is 0, 0. If we go towards right, x increases in positive, up, y increases in positive. Other directions are negative. Okay, so if x is greater than 240, we are going to set x position to x pos again, means, that was my initial position. So next line, but I will also have to change y, because, it is next line to keep some distance. Oh, what happened? Change y by 15 moves it up. Yeah, because, we are saying a positive 15. So let me make it minus 15 and I hope it will work. Yes, it works with minus 15, but maybe it should be minus 20 to look better. Yes, much better. But if you want, you can refine it a little more. So you will have to actually, play with these numbers here and there to exactly find out the line spacing and other stuff. We will definitely share an advanced video on text engine where we will work on line spacing, where you can actually customize the line spacing and the distance between the words, and how do you want your text wrapping to be done beautifully, and how do you want it to recognize a space and everything. So we have this block, and I'm going to show you how much reusable and versatile it is. I'm just making a copy paste and I'm going to write another text. So we are going to learn a text engine in Scratch. This is my second statement. Maybe X position, I want to start from minus 180 itself, but Y is going to be a little down. Okay, so let me run it and see if it is positioned correctly or not. If I'm using this function or this block that we just created correctly or not. So let's run it. Yes, this seems to be working fine. And actually, this seems to be wrapping also perfectly. Isn't it amazing? And I am sure this is the best and simplest way that we are showing here. It is going to be very simple. Thanks for watching this video. Do not forget to share and subscribe. See you soon. Bye-bye.